Don't snicker.
Don't talk.
Don't
The
talk.
mouth on the thing doesn't move.
It looks
Looks
weird.
Don't swear.
Don't come over here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an all-new Podzilla After Dark here on the Podzilla 1985 podcast. My name is Shannon Young, and Hunter is not an alien.
No, I'm a Vulcan and a man.
Hold on, I got a button for that.
Hey, I'm sorry, you want to know. Way to go,
you
Chuck.
moron. You just got beat.
God damn it.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a beautiful night of worship here on PZ85. Here leading us off is the Reverend Jesse Kimball.
The what, Jesse Kimball?
Reverend. Oh, I'm sorry, Pastor. My apologies.
I think Reverend is more accurate for what the website gave me. I do believe Reverend is correct.
Website gave me orbital malware. Let's Wolfgang. Who may be an alien? I don't know.
I knew you were going to pull that.
Yeah. And Shelby.
Who has a neck cat.
Who has a neck cat.
She is my fuzzy boa.
Oh,
She's
God.
currently trying to lick my fingers off my hand.
I see that. That's a licky cat.
She's got a grip on my hand too. She's like, no. It cannot
She's
go.
giving you her version of a manicure.
I call it a puricure. Fuck.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Hunter, the reason that Mr. Freeze's teeth were blue was because as a child he had issues with his mouth, so he got his
find
teeth
a way to remove you from the
polar capped. Tanner Calvert, the man himself.
Now I got a button.
Yeah, what do you want?
That's an appropriate button.
You buzzed in. Hey, double H.
Shannon, are you telling me you believe Christ comes back into life every Sunday in the form of a bowl of crackers and you proceed to just eat the man?
I don't know this bit, but yes.
Oh, shit. You may not have seen that episode. That's pretty deep into Sunny, and you said you stopped watching at a certain point.
I stopped watching in 2020 when my life came to a halt.
Have you seen the one that Diddy is on? Is Dr. Jinx?
I saw the first one he was on. It's the
He's
same
only
one,
in
right?
one, I think,
yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he might have been in the background on a couple of them, oiling up someone.
Oh yeah, with Max with the bodybuilders, you gotta get them all rubbed down.
Yeah, Mac, I'm drying up over here.
Charlie. This is Charlie when they're at the church and Max telling them all about how it works. That is the body of Christ, and you're actually consuming him.
Sure.
Okay, so you're telling me you just he comes back to life in a bowl of crackers every Sunday, and you just proceed to eat the man?
So once upon a time, hold on, where's my button here? I gotta turn you guys down. You're so loud. When I first started dating a certain someone, I decided to go to church with her because I was trying to be a good boyfriend. I was trying to impress people, and they offered me the cracker, and I turned it down. I said, I'm good.
No, thank you.
I don't want to eat Christ today.
Did you get the bitter grape juice that is?
Yeah, take it with you.
Oh no, I rejected everything because they were like, the pastor said only take these if you believe, and I was like, I'm good. I guess that was their test, and I failed.
What do you think would happen if you had done it? Wasn't that? Is it like that comic with the boxers and he goes Kamehameha, and you're like, I didn't think he could do it, but I didn't want to risk it.
I feel like it would be the episode where Homer Simpson gets the baptismal, and the holy water hits him, and he just goes, ah. We got a fun show for you tonight. Half of the cast is going to be able to do Lindsay's top 5. The other half are going to sit here and drink our juice quietly.
You could just make shit up. No one would know the difference.
Shannon, the industry that you worked in for quite a while should have given you more than enough answers to this question.
But I don't have any of it. I didn't take it home.
You don't have to currently own it, just at one point in time.
But I didn't own the worst ones at any given time.
I don't care. You can use them.
If
you handled them.
I would have called it a Chuzwuzzler.
Kippers for breakfast again.
'tis, replied Aunt Zach Gerges.
Heaven forbid I try to do something different.
Yeah, exactly. The audience doesn't want different, Ally McBeal. They want the same.
Squalor.
They want horse hockey.
To be fair, I might be able to do this after I hear some examples.
I'll definitely need to hear some examples because I don't know what the fuck she's
this,
talking about.
this should be fairly easy.
Hey, no, it shouldn't. I disagree.
I think you're all
all day.
overthinking this way too much.
Well, Lindsay, what is the topic for tonight?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and say it.
It's 5 things that have weird or silly names that preferably you have owned or do own.
So like a Chuzzwuzzler.
Have you owned a Chuzzwuzzler?
Sure.
That answer.
Well, it depends on what year, right?
Chuzzwuzzler?
I mean, if he's got to claim it on his taxes, we don't want to get him in trouble here. Let's slow down.
Well, the CPA would have to get off their fat asses and do something before I ever got in trouble on that. God damn. Look, if the government's listening, and I know they are, I'm trying. I have the money. I'm not poor. Well, with that said, it's been an interesting week. President Trump is doing things. He's getting in there. He's oiling up asses, and you might have heard about that plane crash the other day. It turns out that was because of DEI hires and Joe Biden. Who knew?
Oh my god!
And no, I'm sorry.
Who knew?
I think you forgot about Barack Obama. Apparently, it's his fault too. The man hasn't been president in 10 years,
and yet it's still his fault, huh?
And it's his fault, apparently.
Good.
And then, I'm sorry.
Good God.
When someone asked if he was going to go to the site of the crash, he literally said, "The water? What? You want me to go swimming?" I wish that was a joke. That's a real thing he said.
Boy, one of my biggest criticisms of President Trump in his first term was that so many of the promises he made, he never fulfilled. Boy, do I miss those days. Because within the first week of President Trump, take 2, he's done so much shit. And this time the Republicans are serious. They are just going along with everything. They're confirming every nomination, every little thing he wants to do. They're going full force on this one. And I don't like it. I don't like it, but I don't know what to say. Jesse, help me out here. Blanche, they're gonna break my thumbs.
Man, it's been so much that I haven't even really been able to pay attention to it all. Guantanamo Bay is going to become a place for deported migrants.
Yes,
holding facility, if you will,
for people they call deported migrants. Just whoever, you, me, it doesn't matter.
But honestly, it could be like a camp, you guys. It would be fun. Like a camp.
What'd you say, Tanner?
Mm-hmm. Just call it what it is. I know what Jesse's getting at. Just call it.
They'll concentrate them here at this camp.
There'll be a large concentration of people.
Hearing you say that reminds me of the concentration camps from Nazi Germany.
What?
Oh, shit.
Shannon.
You did not see that coming.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
People Goebbels up everything.
Oh, God.
It's been a fun time. I can't think of anything good. I literally can't think of anything good that's happened this week.
Yeah, we can just mispronounce this little guy here.
Oh, that's Auschwitz. Auschwitz.
There it is. It took him a minute.
I
got there.
So I'm in a lot of pain physically. Emotionally, I'm fine because my medication keeps me so numb. I barely qualify as a human. I'm practically a cyborg at this point. But physically, I'm miserable, which is what really separates me from the robot race. So I'm trying to think of anything fun that's happened in the past week, and I've got nothing. So I'm really going to rely on Jesse and Lindsay, Hunter, Shelby, and to a lesser extent, Tanner, to tell me anything good that's happened this week.
Well, I got my new PC parts.
I don't want to hear about your personal gains because then that makes me feel inadequate. I want to hear about the world's gains.
Well, okay, but importantly, happening right now.
only if it matters to you. Like if I got my Lego DeLorean down, you'd be like, "That's cool. I don't want that.
Yeah,
so just it's fine. You can have that.
Just don't show me the little mouse again because it bothers me."
Oh, well,
no! Hey! Jesse, I do want to.
I'm trying for negative reinforcement. If I bring the mouse, it can't get worse, right?
I do want you to talk about your computer, Jesse, because that will fill time. But before we do that, I do want to mention that today I had the worst. So for those of you that don't know, I own a little video game store in Cape Girardeau called Gaming Grounds for all of your gaming needs. And today I had the worst thing come in that I think I've ever seen personally, or at least in a long time. So this woman comes in, she comes in all the time. She always trades stuff in and she sells it for cash. And she has a bunch of old games. I open up the first game and there's a cockroach leg. And I immediately go, this isn't going to be fun. So I close it up. I hand it back to her. I'm like, I can't take this one. And I'm polite. I'm never going to try to embarrass a customer or anything. Then I as it goes, they get progressively dirtier. And then I open one and I kid you not, the top right corner of the game box, like the entire top right corner, was filled with crushed roaches, legs, dead bugs. It was the most disgusting thing. I washed my hands 3 times and I put sanitizer on like 4 times. It was the grossest thing I've seen in a long time. And I just cannot fathom how anyone can let anything get to that point. And she said, "Oh, sorry, I haven't checked these to see if the discs are in them." And I wanted to reply like, well, some of them have extra content. And it's not DLC. It is DLC.
The DLC codes in there.
Downloaded cockroaches.
The DLC that showed up. They're damn lousy with cockroaches.
It was disgusting. I'm still trying to get it out of it. That's why I'm drinking tonight. I'm trying to get those cockroaches out of my head. Jesse, tell us about your PC.
Hang on just a second. Can we just mention real quick that literally what Shayna just said, word for word, was also a line that was spoken at RFK's confirmation hearing. That's why I'm drinking tonight. I got to get these cockroaches out of my head.
He has worms in his head. Worms hunting.
That went well.
Well, they were there. I mean,
most of them are gone.
He put the okay. Can we imagine that he probably put the cockroaches in to deal with the worms, right? Well, now you got to do something to deal with the cockroaches.
I hate that, man.
Roaches in the brain. Now we're talking.
Cat after cat after cat.
What a shit show this is. God damn. Come on,
pretty bad. Dude, like there's not much to tell. Like I was just trying to put some positivity out there. I got new computer parts. I did not get a 5090. I did not get a new graphics card at all. The one I had was already relatively new. Not as good as Shannon's graphics card.
God damn you.
But the processor I got is very, very good. And is replacing my 7-year-old processor, so I'm pretty happy about it.
Jesse's computer is better than mine, but my graphics card is better than his. If we combine our forces, I think so. You said you got the newest top of the line stuff, right?
My processor is better than yours,
right?
But overall, like right now, graphics card matters way more than CPU.
Well, I did look for the 5090. I'm not going to buy one because it's $2,000. It's $2,000 for about a 20 FPS increase, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, but not for $2,000, Jesse. That's $100 per FPS.
I mean, in theory, you could sell your 4090.
That's true.
And you could probably still get, $800-900 out of that.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's particularly well because everybody's looking for graphics cards. But I looked on eBay and I put this in the chat, and I'm curious what you guys think out loud. One of the things that I noticed, every single listing for the 5090 was fake. It literally said, read description, you are getting a picture only. This is for bots. Do not buy this if you're human. And I thought 2 things. One, I don't know if this is going to work. Scalpers and botting is such a problem, and we've all felt the sting of this one. Lindsay especially recently, because she has been desperately trying to get these Pokemon cards and cannot because of bitch-ass scalpers. Yep.
And I'm worried my gem doll is going to turn into the same fucking thing.
Right. It also happened with Amiibos. We actually did a show about that, Jesse. One of our first shows we did was about Amiibos and scalping. Me personally, I've been trying to get the PlayStation 30th anniversary stuff, and I cannot because of scalpers. but I don't know if this is really going to help it. I do appreciate the fact that they're trying to combat the bots, but at the same time, I also wondered how many of these people are just doing this because they want to make money for nothing. Like they're jumping on the train because they're like, oh, I'll do this too. Maybe I'll get an extra 2,000. They're not really in it for the cause. They're just in it for the quick payday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's real bad. Importantly about that eBay stuff, like I was talking to my boss about it because I kind of figured this was the case. That's really not going to accomplish anything. Other than, I guess, kind of like clogging up the bots, preventing them from just scooping everything.
Yeah.
Because what will happen, like they'll pay for it if they actually do ship out, the picture of the graphics card. All the person that bought it has to do is return it, because apparently that's a thing you can do with eBay. Even if the description reads no returns allowed, like eBay can still make the seller accept a return.
Do it. Yep.
Just yeah, I'll tell you something crazy you probably not know about me. I've never used eBay, not once. Nope. Or Amazon.
Yeah, I know you don't use Amazon. Anytime there's something online that I know that you need, I tell you to tell Lindsay, or I just tell Lindsay.
Yep.
Because she will actually order stuff on the internet.
Yep. Lindsay is the liaison.
I haven't. We do Amazon pretty frequently, but I have not touched eBay in years. Now I'll tell you what I did do
I'm on eBay right now.
I back in the day when WWE did that collectible card game, they had Raw Deal.
Dude,
that's how I got a lot of those cards, because no one around me, played. It was me and Jake and Rob Miller, and that was basically it. So we convinced the card store in Malden to buy us like boxes, because we were like, we'll pay for them. I mean, we'll buy every single one you get if you'll just get them. But when we needed specific stuff, you got to turn to eBay. I spent money that I now wish I had on cards. To be fair, I was a kid too. What the hell was I going to spend it on then? But still,
every person that's ever collected like any kind of TCG just feels exactly what you're feeling right now.
And we're talking about like 2001, 2002, like really the height of eBay mania, like the late 90s, early 2000s.
I had a guy come
that's
into
how
the.
I finished out my jungle set. I finally gave up and just bought my last card I was missing, but I only spent like $8 on it.
I had a guy come into the store in the past couple of months, and he's a wrestling fan. He knew me from CCW. He had heard that I was a wrestler, and I love that I'm the only video game store owned by a professional wrestler. That's just cool. He played Raw Deal.
It feels like the only married news team in the tri-state.
Yes. Mahanahan's Clown Outlet.
Later.
He brought in one day. He brought in 3 binders full of Raw Deal. He had so many cards, and he said he still plays. He was telling me about how he played, and I thought of you, and I'm like, I have friends that used to play. So I told him I would try to organize like a community for it. And I'm like, I don't know if people still do it or not, But he had some cool ass cards.
Yeah. At the time that the game had shut down, I had pretty much everything I wanted from it. I did get rid of mine, so I don't have them anymore. But I'll tell you who does, assuming you didn't get rid of them, is old Danny Jake Bear, because he bought them off of me.
Well, he probably
he
sold
wanted
them.
The whole collection.
He probably sold them so he could go see Trump's inauguration or something. I don't know. Tanner, before we
still stings.
Well, before we get to Tanner, actually, there is one thing that goes on sale tomorrow, I believe, right, Lindsay?
Yeah.
And
I'm such a nerd.
I swear to Christ in heaven, now Christ on a cracker, if I don't get these, I'm gonna fucking kill.
They go on sale at 11 a.m.
I'll stab Christ in his heart if I don't get these.
What's going on sale?
So tomorrow, well, Lindsay, you tell them. You're excited.
So this is only the second American tour, I believe, but Sailor Moon Super Live, their first tour, they only did New York, DC, and I want to say like San Diego or LA. This year, St. Louis is getting a stop, and their tickets go on sale tomorrow, and Shannon and I are getting VIP premium tickets.
Yeah, Lindsay asked me how much can we spend on them. I was like, what's the highest? She said 125. I said, do it. And then it turns out,
especially for the Fox.
It's at the Fox Theater. Yeah, I've never been, so this will be interesting for me.
So, Hunter, since you've been there, would you do the VIP options are either orchestra pit or orchestra premium? As far as like seating wise, because I can't find any pictures.
Great content for the show.
Sorry,
let me cook. No, it's good. Let me cook. So Here's the thing about the orchestra. If your VIP options are only orchestra, what that means is you're going to be sitting down very, very close in the front, which is cool
stage,
if you want to be up front. Anytime, so Sarah and I go there for musicals and stuff all the time for musical theater. We much prefer the mezzanine, the balcony seating, which is where Jesse and Shelby were when we went and saw Beetlejuice. We are all in that same space. So if you're going to do VIP, it sounds like it doesn't really matter. Like wherever you get in the orchestra, just do what you want to do down there.
Okay.
But if for any reason you can't get VIP, if as soon as you get on, it's just gone or whatever. And look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to like start dashing your hopes, but sometimes that shit goes on sale, and like the Fox Club members or whatever have already bought up all the good shit before you even get a chance to get to it. If for whatever reason you can't get VIP and it's now just a free for all, just get what you want the mezzanine, and you want like basically as far at the edge of the balcony as you can get it. If you can get front row balcony, that's literally the best possible seating in the house. And then it really doesn't matter where you are. I mean, the closer to the center, the better. Yeah, the closer to the center, the better, just because of, it's the center, obviously.
Yeah.
If you can try to get the end of a row, like we always prefer to get the end of a row, front row, close to the center. That's literally the best possible seating you can get. What were the options? It was orchestra pit and orchestra, what else?
Orchestra premium.
I wonder what the difference would be there.
I don't know what that is. I mean,
that's how they have it listed as, so.
Well, so it also could be they've taken out different seats in that space. Because when you don't have a live orchestra there that's in the front, that means that they move additional seating into there. I'm guessing that's what pit is, and premium is like even further up because they have no live instruments down there.
Maybe.
I can't imagine them having live instruments there.
No, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, when you go in to choose them, it's going to do like with any concert or whatever. It's going to give you a map.
It's going to actually see it, but there's no preview is the biggest thing. Like until they actually go on sale, it won't let us look at it. So
I bet I can find out what that looks like though. Give me a minute while y'all cook. I got it. Hang on.
But we're doing VIP tickets and just going all out because Shannon and I both really enjoy the old school musicals. One of the ones that was like 2017 or 18, they did a filmed version of it, and we went up to the Marcus Theater in St. Louis, and like we thought there'd be like us and maybe a handful of other people. There were like 30-40 people in the theater, so like that was cool.
Yeah, well, I don't want it to be that cool when these tickets go on sale because I want the best.
I know.
I got to get those VIP because the VIP tickets have a meet and greet high five
with the cast afterwards.
You high five the cast. Yeah.
And so you get a special poster and a lanyard for it. So
this is their general seating chart that I just dropped in, and that cuts off the lower balcony. Because basically, if you got to sit in the lower balcony, just don't even go. You're poor. But at the bottom, so basically, it doesn't have orchestra premium. So I don't know exactly what they're calling that. I don't know if that's something pit in the orchestra area. Well, no, because pit is a separate thing. That's what she said. It was pit and premium.
Okay.
So the pit has got to be the very, very front there. And then premium has got to be something in the orchestra. But basically, all of that is on the ground. That's all on the ground floor.
Yeah.
So the further you get back, the harder it's going to be to see. If you can't get like one of the super close ones, you may have to drop the VIP, but just get in the mezzanine. Just
that's kind of what I was thinking for.
3, 4, or 5 is where you want to be.
I want the closest.
Be like balcony style. Yeah,
I want the closest tickets possible because I'm a little worried about being in the pit because I don't want to look up these girls' skirts constantly. And Sailor Moon, I don't know if you guys know Sailor Moon very well, but they wear very short skirts.
I don't think that's going to be a thing.
Good.
I don't think that's going to be how that works.
Because I will feel awkward. When Lindsay and I first met because of Sailor Moon, that was what brought us together. Back in the old days of ICQ, I had just gotten into anime. I had just started watching Sailor Moon, and I wanted to find people who were into the same things because I grew up in Southern Illinois, and there really wasn't a big Sailor Moon community in Mound City. So I wanted to expand my horizons a little bit. And Lindsay and I met, and I think she wanted to talk about Vice Croix more, but I wanted to talk about Sailor Moon, and that is what bonded us together at first. So this is really like this means a lot to me. This is special to me. I want to go see this with her because this is something that has been like our thing forever. So this is like the coolest thing I think we could do. I want the most expensive tickets. I want to high five those girls. I want a fucking lanyard, and I want to have a good time.
And my good thing is it's literally the Tuesday after AnimeCon where I'm selling, so all of my profits, if I just behave myself, I can spend at the merchandise booth at this.
Very nice. We also need to talk about your plan for that day. I got to get your parking set up. We got to figure out where you're eating, which is definitely stage left.
I'm so scared.
Look. I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't confirmed that we're not going. Shannon did talk to me about the possibility of us going.
Well, let's
and
talk about that.
I haven't broached this topic with Sarah.
Let's talk about
I need to bring
that
it up to her
for
and
a
see if she's
second.
interested.
It's the same thing as Phantom of the Opera. I'm so fucking scared for you to go see it because if you hate it, I'm going to be sad. It's anime. It's anime the musical, and
Yep.
Look, I don't like anime either. If it wasn't Sailor Moon, I wouldn't go.
Lost Soldier, though.
Yeah, that means a lot to Hunter.
I was telling you.
I don't see a world in which Hunter would actually enjoy watching this.
Hunter's going to be so confused.
To go with his friends.
Come out the door, and I've got a cigarette from out of nowhere just going, the hell is that?
It's Hunter. It's Japan's favorite Sentai team, Worker and Parasite. I know.
The moment that you said the two of you wanted to talk about two different animes there, all I could hear is the bit from Family Guy of going, I want to go see Zapped. I would much prefer Crawl.
Unfortunately, I don't think Hunter's going to go to this, thank God, because I don't want him to hate it. But there's no escaping Phantom of the Opera. It's on the list for extra Netflix, and I'm scared.
I'm ready to rewatch.
I mean, look. What we might do, assuming we're just not going to get tickets to go to that, is just because it's on a Saturday, right? Just it's on a Tuesday night. That's right. Okay,
Tuesday night.
Probably not gone.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say I might just meet you to eat at Stage Left. Because Stage Left is that good. It's worth it.
I'll do it anyway. You've already sold me on it.
It's very good.
All right,
we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Before we get to the main topic of the night, really quick, Tanner Calvert, I want to talk to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell everybody what you made us do last night for an hour. Plus. Go ahead. All you got to say? Okay.
Nope, he doesn't. He doesn't want to tell. Was that the camp?
You don't want to tell the story.
One clue per ghost.
No clues.
Yeah.
No clues.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you just had to guess blind.
So
we did. Tanner didn't.
my favorite thing.
I kept fucking dying.
One of my favorite things that's happened recently is Tanner really loves Phasmophobia, as do I. If you follow us on Facebook, we live stream it a lot. And Tanner bought it for Hunter in the hopes that Hunter would play. And it turns out Hunter really enjoys the game. Yeah. And so I'm so happy for Tanner because we have a game that we can all play and have fun with. Last night, Tanner decided it would be a good idea to do a no evidence hunt, which if you play Phasmophobia, basically there's a list of ghosts, you get different pieces of evidence and you figure out which ghost it is without dying and you guess it and you make some money. Well, this is a lot of money, but you don't get any evidence. So you have to kind of basically base your assumption on the ghost's, not activity. Yeah, activity or the way that they play. We did, I think, 5 rounds last night and got every single one of them wrong, except Poltergeist, which Tanner did get right. None of us else did because none of us believed him. And I just want to share my favorite thing from that last night was, I think it was like the 3rd or 4th round. Tanner goes, all right, I'm just going to go in. I'll figure it out. You guys hang back. We're like, okay, cool. So Tanner walks into the camp and Hunter, me, and Kaz are there for about 20, 30 seconds. And I keep looking into the camp and I don't see Tanner's flashlight. I don't see him moving around. I'm like, where's Tanner? Is he still there? And Tanner's not saying anything. So I see shit getting thrown around. I don't know if it's the ghost or what. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go in because I can't see Tanner. I don't know where he's at. And mind you, this is about 30 or 40 seconds into the match. I open the door and Tanner's dead body is just right in front of the door. He died almost immediately.
Well, you left out one of the best parts, which was at one point in time, we should have known this was the case because I think it was Kaz goes, Tanner, are you dead? Before he finishes, Tanner goes, no. Just fucking deadpan, no. He'd been dead the entire time. That was the ghost story. That was our Sixth Sense. Tanner was dead the whole time.
I was laughing my ass off at that. That was and Tanner apologized after it. And I'm cracking up. I'm like, dude, I had a great time. I thought it was hilarious.
What are you gonna do? I didn't lose anything.
Right. We just got some good laughs out of it. So that's important.
Yeah, for the record, I played it today, and I am, what did I say, 2-4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing solo by myself doing 0 evidence hunts on 2-4.
Zach Kirkus is also.
I walk into one just carrying my camera, and then I fucking walk to the tent because I heard it move a door, and as soon as I walk up to the tent, I just see orbs. I go, ooh, I know what this is, and I heard it got the fuck out.
Did you see?
I don't give a damn about a picture. Nothing.
Did Zach post that video in the group chat yet of him playing?
No, I don't think so.
All right, so he came in the sword night. I told him he needs to post it because it's fucking hilarious. It's them in the sanatorium or whatever it is, the Sunny Meadows. And as he's sitting there, the ghost just spawns during a ghost event and walks straight toward him, and he freaks out. He said the game finally got me. He said I was high as shit, and the game got me. Also, Hunter, I'm glad I mentioned Zach, because Zach actually said I got a problem with what you and Hunter were talking about. He got us. He got us on one. Yeah.
About what? Wait, we're talking about what? What the?
So,
you fucking sucker punch me. What's happening?
I forget which show it was. I think it was I think it was of the extras and epilogues we did with Cody. We were talking about Amazon. And I said Amazon, if there was a worthless streaming service that's never made anything good, it's Amazon. And we were kind of critical of it. And he said, yeah, I heard you talking shit on it. And Hunter was talking about it. And you guys forgot one. I was like, what? He said Fallout. And I went,
yeah.
Fuck, he got me. Yep.
Yeah.
100% got me.
Okay, to be fair, I didn't say it was totally worthless, because I mentioned The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which is a great show.
I said it was totally worthless.
But I did say
because I listened to it today.
Yeah.
But I did say that by comparison, it has very little to work with.
I still agree
was
with
Fallout
that.
very good? Yes, one of my favorite shows last year, and I'm hoping that continues to be the case.
Yes,
but it has not. It has not produced the volume of content that other things have, or even carries the volume of content other things have.
100% agree with you, but I am also such a Fallout nerd, as we all are, that I would Fallout alone puts it above. What has Netflix done for me lately? What the fuck is that? Is it cake? It's bullshit.
I maintain that it's still an equal criticism, because I straight up forgot that Amazon was the service that had it. That's how important Amazon is to Fallout.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it could have been anywhere as far as I was concerned.
Yep. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. I've been stalling long enough. We got a top 5 here tonight that I have not prepared for, and I still have nothing for. I've got nothing, Lindsay. I'm sorry. So I'm going to sit here and just drink my whiskey and try my hardest not to slur my words, which I'm failing at. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. When I am tipsy, I am still entertaining, and I can form cognitive thoughts that create special moments within the show that really resonate with the crowds.
Why did you say it like you asked ChatGPT to explain why it's okay for you to drink? Like, if you said that, but you started with, okay, here's an idea for what you could say, I would have totally believed that's what it was.
All right, hold on.
Let me know if you need anything else.
I'm going to go ahead and go to, not ChatGPT.
Oh, dear God.
What's the Bing one? I forget. No, calm down. Calm down.
No, hear me. Hey, hear me out.
Hear me out. I don't know what it's called. It's Bing.
While you're doing it, why don't I give you those names real quick, and then
hold on. Let's do this correct way. Hold on, give me a second. Reset. Hunter, while I'm looking this up, why don't you stop. Why don't you go and give us those legendary names for the PZ85 group chat?
Okay, well, let's start with RoboDinch.
I liked hearing that one originally.
RoboDinch was a good one. There's also No Good Squishy Cream.
I don't know if I like that one.
Dick Wiggum.
Fucking Dick Wiggum.
The Zucky Oop. Sure. This sounds like a command. Bring me your crunchy. There's also Dance Grandma. Law-abiding squirrel.
There's few of those.
My favorite one right now, which is Lil Lasagna Fellers. Refurbished Leech. Top 5 snack paroles.
That's a good one.
Rimbo and Eddie Footglass.
That's my fault. I apologize.
Louise Campbelltoe, which is also your fault, as I recall.
Yes.
And my favorite one that I just changed, because you're gonna love it when you figure it out. 1,000 Naked Cheese Bagel. So
okay,
I need you. You can help me with this, Shannon. I need you to say that phrase, but say it in like semi-stereotypical Asian accent. Help me out here.
Oh God, I don't want to do that. Okay.
1,000 Naked Cheese Bagel.
Oh, 1,000 Naked Cheese Bagel. No.
So Do you hear
I hated that.
Sausage, egg, and cheese bagel?
Yeah, I hated that. I don't like that at all.
So Sarah and I were watching this TikTok of this guy who is I forget where exactly he's from, but he's Asian. He moved to the U.S. He's been here for quite a while, and he does these TikToks about just like how much he loves being in America. And one of them, he's talking about how much he loves breakfast sandwiches. He goes, "I moved here. I was 120 pounds. Now I'm 240. America is great." And he's eating these breakfast sandwiches, and you hear him ordering it at the drive-thru. Well, he says sausage, egg, and cheese bagel, but he has that bit of an accent. Sausage, egg, and cheese bagel. It's very kind of, and the fucking auto-generated captions say 1,000 naked cheese bagel. And I went, well, phenomenal. No notes. And I gotta make a change.
Oh,
and that's what every comment was, by the way. The first 5 comments were just 1,000 naked cheese bagel, 1,000 naked cheese bagel.
Just a quick plug. If you're on YouTube and you want to see a good, a really fun channel from something similar, there's a channel called Mrs. Eats, where she is a Japanese woman who is married to an American man who he's Asian, but he's from America and he moved to Japan. And they talk about Japanese culture and the differences and stuff like that. It's a great channel. Mrs. Eats. If you've never seen it, great channel. Highly recommend it. My favorite thing is that she talks about, Ethan and I were watching it. She talks about like video games, like say King of Fighters, where they yell out Asian slang or whatever, and people don't know what they're talking about. And she breaks it down what they're actually saying and what you think they're saying. It's a lot of fun. All right. With that said, good evening, Podzilla After Dark listeners. Tonight, we got a special treat for you. Lindsay has brought up an incredible topic that's sure to tickle your funny bone and spark a bit of nostalgia. We'll be diving into the weirdest and funniest names of things we've owned, from the hilariously peculiar nicknames for our beloved pets to the quirky monikers we've given to inanimate objects. Get ready for a wild ride down memory lane. So grab your favorite late night snacks, settle in, and let's share some laughs.
What is wrong with you?
As we explore the bizarre and whimsical world of the names we've bestowed upon our treasured possessions. Let's get this show started.
Why does ChatGPT, every time it tries to talk about us as a podcast, assume people listen to us at 2:00 in the morning? It's like, grab your favorite late night snacks and settle in. Like, what? What is happening?
We're so whimsical. That's my favorite part of the show, is how whimsical we are. All right, so we're going to start with everybody that did the assignment. I have nothing, and at this point, I'm too tipsy to think of one. So I'm just going to look up the funniest names in American history.
Okay.
And while I do that, we're going to go to Jesse Kimball.
Okay, I'm going to start off with so silly was the topic, I guess.
Silly or weird, same
silly
thing.
Or weird. Okay. So I don't go to Little Caesars often. When I do, I order online now, and part of that is because the pizza that I tend to order there is the extra most bestest pepperoni pizza.
Which is just bad English, but it's delicious.
Yeah, it's delicious. It's extra everything on the pizza. It's $1 more than the hot and ready. So yeah, like it's the better deal. And there's no way to go. There's no way to go to the store and order that
and not feel silly.
No.
Yeah, like you have to look at you as an adult have to go and look another fucking adult in the eye and tell them, I would like the extra most bestest pepperoni pizza, please.
Jesse, it's adorable. You think they're adults working the counter at Little Caesars.
I mean, they're legally adults.
So I'll share a story about Little Caesars real quick. Since I don't have anything to contribute to this topic. Jesse, do you remember when we were doing every Sunday at my apartment? You and me and Kevin Schenkelberg and Bob, especially, all 4 of us, we would do Call of Duty every Sunday. Matt Sin. I was
about to say, you forgot about Matt Sin.
And so we would get pizza every Sunday to go along with it, which was great because I used to use, we used to do Little John's, Papa John's every so often.
Little John's.
I got so many.
That's where you get your rolls.
Stop. I'm not going to get through it otherwise.
We don't play no tolls.
Because we would all chip in on these pizzas from Papa John's, and Shannon would order them from his account.
I'd reap the benefits, but occasionally we went to Little Caesars, and we went to Little Caesars. There was a girl that worked there. I'm not going to say her name, But she, we kind of, I mean, she was cool. She was cute. And one day she started talking about her, hey, Shannon, your pizza's ready. Hey, Jesse, your pizza's ready. And we were like, how do you know our names? And she said, well, I've been looking at your credit cards every time you've ordered pizza. And we were all like, well, that's fucking creepy. But we kind of became friends with her. So Lindsay and I go to Pennsylvania to visit her family one year. And me and this girl had become friends. So we all had kind of become friends with her. And she texted me and said, hey, I got a new tattoo. Lindsay, you remember this?
Yeah.
She said, hey, I got a new tattoo. And I was like, oh, that's cool. What'd you get? She said, I'll send you a picture of it. So she sends me a picture and it's just her in a bed in her underwear. And I was like, the first thing I did was turn the phone to Lindsay and go, I didn't ask for this. I didn't want this. I want you to know that. We weren't friends anymore after that, surprisingly. Okay.
Yeah, she was special. She was very interesting.
Which is sad.
We actually, it's kind of unfortunate / also fun that we got on a first name basis with a lot of the girls that worked there. Yeah. She was just kind of the first one that talked to us. The other ones were pretty normal and turned out to be friends with Dalton Anthony.
But it's really unfortunate because I won't say her name, but her first name shared a very special name with the band that Jesse and I both love very much. Yeah. That's all I'll say. All right, let's go to Shelby Kimball, who is Jesse's beloved wife and a wonderful person.
All right. I feel like Shannon's trying to say something there.
No, I'm just saying that you're wonderful and that Jesse's a lucky man and you're a lucky woman. You're especially a lucky woman because I don't know if you've ever noticed how deep his voice gets in the morning or when he's sick. But it's absolutely magical and it gets me every time.
You think I wouldn't
I think
know that?
if I remember correctly, I think we have a clip. Roll the clip, thank you.
That honestly got me. I didn't expect that. I don't know why.
You forgot.
I forgot. All right, Shelby. First pick.
I'm going to go with Soccer Bopper.
Soccer Bopper.
I don't like that name.
Oh, okay.
They had the most awesome thing. That was literally just like, hey, do you want to punch someone in the face and not get in trouble for it?
Inflatable things you stuck on your fists and punched each other. Yep.
You still were just punching people, but they gave it a fun name so you didn't get an assault charge.
They also call Sock'em. It's like that, and then like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Like this was the 80s and 90s. Didn't we stop saying we're gonna like sock you in like the fucking 50s? Why are we bringing that back?
That's why it was fun. It was kitschy. Yeah.
Well, see,
it was nostalgic.
And
you'd think that would have been a great thing for our parents to buy my little brother and I because we fought all the time. But they had a probably better logic on it. Like, you two already fight all the time. We're not going to pay X dollars to let you guys do it for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank God.
Also, another friend of ours got them. Yeah, no kidding.
They hurt.
Another friend of ours had gotten the Soccer Boppers, and Jake and I messed with them, and they don't cushion the punch as much as you would think.
No. It is literally like if you just blew up a regular balloon and held on to that and then punched somebody, like, that's kind of what it's like. There's very little cushioning.
I had never heard of these things. I just looked it up until you said it.
Don't remember the Sock'em Boppers?
Yeah, you put them on your hand. They're like Hulk hands, but inflatable.
Right.
More fun than a pillow fight.
I disagree with that. I've seen 80s films.
I remember this. This is like a core memory. It's like J.G. Wentworth level.
God damn. Can we just really quick, let's just give it up for J.G. Wentworth if we can. Just really quick. Because those commercials were a staple of my life in the 90s.
Yeah, okay, but this is freecreditreport.com erasure, and I won't stand for it.
I'm sorry. Free Credit Report never did a fucking opera.
They got pretty damn close. They created a band that almost had a song on the Billboard Hot 100.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the band that like did the song for them ended up becoming a huge
that
deal.
spells free. Creditreport.com, baby.
See, all I remember is I have a cash settlement, or was I have a structured settlement? Like cash now, JG Whitworth, 877 cash now. All right, I'll go next. I don't have anything for the topic, but I did look up a bunch of funny names. Really quick though, if I ever remembered anything that was embarrassing that I didn't want to ask for, because when Jesse made his pick, it kind of reminded me. Tanner, I know you know the Lunchbox and Mounds, right?
Yeah.
My favorite thing from the Lunchbox and Mounds, and I hated saying the name, and hearing it out loud now, it doesn't sound as bad, but when I was a late teenager and mid-teenager, I hated saying it was a Bahama Mama slushie. I hated saying that. What would you like? Can I get a Bahama Mama? I felt so fucking dumb. Now who gives a shit? And I give anything for a Bahama Mama from there anymore. But anyway, so I looked up the 5 funniest names. This is according to boardpanda.com, which, Hunter, as you know, checks and rechecks.
They check and recheck the facts. Yes.
So their top 5 stupid names, and I wasn't going to do it until I saw the first name, and I was like, yes, these people get me. I have to say it. The first dumbest name that I found was from Law and Order. Some people might know this. The writer and producer of Law and Order, especially SVU, Kaz will like this. Jesse knows. He's already laughing about it. The dude's name was Speed Weed. That's his actual fucking name, is Speed Weed. That's just magical. That's just magical.
There's a guy I know in real life that still has just the funniest name that I've ever heard in my life. It sure is. The first time I saw Oral Friend pop up on your Facebook, I thought it was a joke account. I really did. I really fucking did. That is his name on his birth certificate.
And he's a good dude. So, you know.
Well.
Uh-oh. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Tanner, who's going to say something funny.
Any minute now.
The last created character I made for a tabletop game we played. Oh, no, it wasn't even the last one. It was the one I created for, what was the one we played at Halloween?
Keep Perryville clean.
You're so close.
Keep Perryville green. Yeah.
Okay, so the Halloween before that then.
You're talking about Candela Obscura.
Yes, the Candela Obscura character I made.
Yeah.
Elkanah Bottomley.
I always wondered about that name, but I didn't want to say it. I just assumed you wanted to be a bottom.
So while that is the craziest name I could ever come up with, I come up with it because he's an actual ancestor of mine. He's like my 5th great grandfather.
That's I remember that because that inspired us to kind of look into our history, and I found that someone in my family, and Jesse and Shelby, you might find this interesting. My ancestors were named Strangeway. That was their last name. What a great fucking last name. Yeah, Strangeway.
That's pretty awesome.
Much better than Bottomley.
I'm just so disappointed because none of this is anything she wanted to talk about.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's something different.
Nowhere close.
I was so busy all day, and then I drank so much, and I'm still drinking. We're gonna go to Hunter.
As long as we get some laughs out of it, that's all I care.
Well,
laughs on this show? Get the fuck out of here.
I was gonna save this for the end because this is my favorite one of these, but I feel like I gotta get it out there. So, to be fair, I don't know that I ever actually owned these specifically, but I know people who did, and they were definitely in my house at some point when I was growing up. So, call it good. My Aunt Dana, who passed away last year, one of my dad's sisters, was one of the funniest fucking people I've ever known. And one of her favorite things to just literally, she would just send you a picture of some generically named product from like the local grocery store. Like it's obviously a knockoff, basically. And she would just send you that picture, and then it would just be her laughing. Like no context. Like it's just funny that this thing is named this. So my favorite version of this, and she would buy them. She swore up and down that they were better, is the generic Best Choice brand Oreos for a while. I think it was Best Choice. Were called Cream Between. And that fucking wrecked me. I gotta see if I can find a picture of him. She would send me this fucking picture of them on the shelf. So like she's at the store taking a picture of the Cream Betweens and just like, I gotta send my nephew this shit.
10 out of 10, no notes.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It's so good. It's so good.
So,
oh god, it messes with me.
I'm starting to get flashbacks to all the things.
There they are. I found them.
Bob's family used to buy generic stuff all the time, and he would tell me the stuff they bought. I should have just made my list about
Dr.
that.
Thunder.
Golden rounds instead of Ritz crackers. I think
There's your
golden
cream
rounds.
betweens.
I remember cream betweens. The only one that I've ever seen myself that really made me laugh is we have a friend, quote unquote, named Mimi, and I found at Walmart once there was Mimi cat litter, and I took a picture of that and sent it to her.
So okay,
Wow.
real quick, come to find out, apparently cream betweens come from Aldi, because here's a bunch of other things you can get at Aldi, including, instead of a Kit Kat, a Take It.
Dr. Bob.
I think
Don't miss out on that
I'm sorry,
hamburger
Diet Dr.
partner.
Bob.
Well, don't forget, I totally thought it was butter.
I can't. Oh, Mountain Shoutin'.
That's great.
Oh my god.
Shannon needs a minute. Godzilla needs to lie down and consider this.
Shannon's completely broken. He's out.
Oh, fuck.
Mountain shout. I can't.
Shannon's done. He has gone away and is no more.
Lindsay, go ahead, please, Lindsay. I can't go. I can't.
Okay. So what inspired this stupid thing was I was looking through some of my old 80s toys. And I had these little creatures that kind of looked like potatoes with arms and legs and like furry hair. When you shook them,
Lindsay,
they would
we
giggle.
know what Mr. Potato Head is.
It's not Mr. Potato Head, but you shake them and they would laugh. So I always thought for the longest time they were called giggles. Well, I learned a few months back in one of the 80s nostalgia groups I'm in that they're called snuggle bums.
I think
Snuggle bum.
I'm pretty sure I've called you that before.
I have a stupid picture of them all.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you have a picture of Snugglebums? It better be. I don't know if it's going to be as good as Mountain Shoutin'. But
No, it's not. No, Mountain Shoutin' is still the winner right now.
Mountain Shout.
my
they
fucking
are.
throat hurts from laughing so hard. God damn.
These are snuggle
I think
bums.
I think Mountain Shoutin' is what they call Skyrim if you're playing it in Alabama.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's that prison scene from that movie with that Mel Brooks movie with Burt Reynolds standing in the shower. That was Mountain
That
Shout.
movie.
Cannon's a dying.
That was a
still.
mountain shout. Yeah.
My fucking throat hurts. I don't like Snugglebums, by the way. I don't like that it's spelled with 2 M's. That bothers me.
Shannon, you're gonna need to, when this show's over, you're just gonna need to wash off with a nice bar of Dave.
Stop it! Please stop.
Wow, they just swapped a vowel. That's
Oh
great.
my God.
They use the same font and everything.
That fucking head hurts. All right, Jesse, back to you. God damn it.
Okay. Shannon brought up that that band that's both very, very important to him and I.
Yes.
It's a great band.
The only reason we're still friends, honestly.
That's probably true. So like as much as I love this group, they do have some very silly album names.
Yes, they
For
do.
example, Good Apollo, I'm Burning Star 4, Volume 1, From Fear Through the Eyes of Madness.
Yes. What a
Oh my
title.
goodness.
What a title.
That is a long
And
title.
importantly, like this album is incredible.
Yes.
That is the one that features Welcome Home, which is easily their biggest hit ever.
Oh God, what was the other big hit from that album?
The Suffering.
The Suffering.
The Suffering.
Oh,
The Suffering. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'd say a 10 Speed is also pretty big in that album.
Well, Jesse, that whole fucking album was good. One of those songs was,
It
on,
really
was on the
was.
soundtrack for the film Snakes on a Plane. That was huge.
And also, importantly, Apollo in this context is a dog. Because
sure.
the character Claudio is talking to his dog Apollo, telling him how they're going to it's a whole thing in the story. I'm not going to go any further than that. But yeah, like a lot of the titles are like that. That is the longest one. No World for Tomorrow is the same. It's
Jesse.
Star 4 Volume 2.
It's sweet of Jesse not to mention 10 Speed that he mentioned earlier. The demonic bike from the story. The
demonic bike.
Yeah. What a weird fucking group they are. Okay, we're just gonna go right to Shelby, who's gonna just wrap this all up.
Wrap it all up.
Just end it in one move.
End it in one move, like chess.
All right. Checkmate with a slammer whammer. So
I don't know what these are.
So these are basically just pogs. They're just like super obvious knockoff pogs. They were those really thick plastic ones. That always came in like those weird solid colors that you're like, that's not a pog, but that's a pog. What is that?
I don't like the name Slammer
They're like
Whammer.
thin poker chips.
I'm pretty sure
like, yeah.
Every time Dalton hears the name Slammer, he has fucking PTSD. I'm pretty sure he does. He's gonna message me and guess you son of a bitch. Yeah, I won't get involved in that. Slammer Whammers. Okay, that's a porn. We're gonna. Oh, I think it's me next. I think I go next.
It is.
I'm continuing the trend of the funniest names in history according to BoardPanda.com. According to the United States Census in 1880, this is a real name, Manly Boner.
I mean, as opposed to what other kind?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this name's not on here, but I remember specifically there was a name from, I looked this up a long time ago. His name was like Magnus von Magnuson, which is Magnus, son of Magnus, which isn't the funniest name of all time. It's just the most badass name of all time. Magnus, son of Magnus. God damn. That guy's
the only Magnus.
He's swimming in it. He's on Pauly Shore levels. All right. Tanner Calvin, up next. I shouldn't host the show.
I remember the first time you guys ever took me to Mary Jane's in Perryville. And I asked what would be something really good to get. And the answer I was given, when it was given to me, I said, what the fuck did you just tell me to order?
I feel like I know what this is going to be.
Poutine.
But to be fair, I thought he was going to say the Italian Stallion, which is also a good name. But yeah, poutine is a very funny name. Blame the Canadians. Josh, press start to join.
Very funny name for a very delicious treat.
It's so good.
I still don't understand how that hasn't taken off in the U.S. It's French fries, cheese, and gravy.
Jesse,
because it didn't start here, and we're too far past the we can claim it thing.
We're dug in.
That's what it is. We're dug in.
Jesse, let me throw two more things at you really quick that I can't understand why they didn't take off in the United States as much as they should have. Can I tell you that real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
We talked about this on the most recent episode of Extras and Epilogues on her, Ava Green. How is she not the biggest just fucking female star in the world? She's so good. And then two,
very weird.
Hunter and I were talking about this earlier. I apologize to everyone listening. And that is the band Letters to Cleo. Lindsay, Lindsay, we mentioned you specifically.
Hell yes.
They're so good. They're so good.
Do you know how many other 90s movies I've watched in the last 2 weeks that they're in and I did not realize it? Like, I found 3 different ones that they're actually the bands playing in the film.
And I had no idea they were until you told me.
They broke up in 2000, so I don't know if that was because they didn't get big or if that's maybe why they didn't get big. I don't know. But they reunited in 2016 for like one run and that was it. So it could be.
Absolutely.
That's the problem.
There's 2 bands. I know we're off topic here, but I want to mention there's 2 bands that I can think of that I go, man, they should have been so much bigger than they were. Letters to Cleo is one of them because Lindsay introduced me to them and they're really, really good. I genuinely love that band. And there's another band called Autopilot Off that I first heard on SSX3 that had a great song called Clockwork. And they only put out 1 album, but it was such a good album that you go, how did these guys never fucking take off, man? This is insane. I hate America. Okay, we're going to move on to Double H.
Hey, y'all remember that piece of shit, the Fushigi ball?
Nope.
Yes.
Okay, some people do. Shannon, I'm going to send you a little image here. I'll drop it in the old shit. Tell me if that looks familiar. Or if you remember,
it's just Labyrinth.
I don't know what that is. No, I've never seen that.
This piece of shit right here, playing with it on a commercial.
I've never heard of this before. What is that?
So I'll find you the commercial. Here you go. You can watch this.
It's just basically Labyrinth. It's them playing with the crystals.
Can I tell the story? Oh my god. Anyway, so
Hunter, hold on.
I'm fucking with you. So the Fushigi ball is this stupid ass thing that was showing. It was like the kind of thing you would see in an as seen on TV section, like in Walmart or in Walgreens. And the deal was, it was supposed to be this like magic gravity defying ball. Like you could learn to do these like tricks where it floated in the air and shit. And I laughed at these commercials every time they came up. So before we moved into this house, which means it had to have been over 10 years ago almost at this point, I'm certain it was that long. Sarah, on my birthday, as a joke, went to Walgreens and got me one because they had them at our Walgreens when you used to have the as seen on TV section, and they still kind of do sometimes. But she went and got me one. This was like $20. So it comes with the thing, it comes with the stand, it comes with the DVD. What you learn very quickly, and I don't think I even have it around here anymore, when you get the Fushigi ball out of the box, because I was like, all right, fuck it, let's see what we got here. It's just a metal ball in an acrylic sphere. So it's a silver metal ball and an acrylic ball, and the deal is you're supposed to like learn to move so that it looks like it's floating, like it's this illusion. Don't get me wrong, no part of me thought that I could make this fucking ball float in the air with my hands. That wasn't how it worked. But it's such a piece of shit because everything is completely on you and it never looks right. Like whatever they're doing in the commercial is not the same ball. It's perfectly polished so that it looks proper. You'll never get it right. And it was so heavy. Like because I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to learn these tricks. I'm playing around with it in the house. If you dropped it on your toe, you would absolutely break your foot. It was a totally ridiculous piece of shit. But the word Fushigi was fun. So there's that.
I've never heard of it. I've never seen that before.
I'm really surprised you've never seen it at all.
It's a huge thing. School. Yeah, during high school, everyone wanted to do it.
Yeah. Oh, no one could because it wasn't.
There was like one kid who managed to find, it wasn't exactly a Fushigi ball, but it was close enough, and he managed to get really good with that weird off-brand one that everyone was like, oh, that's so cool, and then it died after that.
It's like the yo-yo.
Oh, yeah.
Really quick, for whatever reason, I decided to look up Letters to Cleo, and I saw something, I don't know if you saw this, Hunter. There is a Star Trek show that's pretty well received called Strange New Worlds, which is Captain Pike instead of Captain Kirk. And apparently in 2023, the lead singer of Letters to Cleo and one of the other members of the band wrote 10 original songs for the musical themed 9th episode of the 2nd season. So they wrote the entire, I think that's pretty much the entire musical episode. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, it's good that they're still doing things because they're so talented. All right, Lindsay, you're actually up next because of
my next one is something that literally everybody has in their household, probably.
I doubt it.
A spatula.
Yeah, we do.
Spatula is just a weird word.
And that's a sexual item too.
What?
You can do sexual stuff with that.
I mean, I suppose if you want to.
There's a film I can't remember with characters that I don't know if they actually existed where they use the spatula sexually.
Right.
You mean Stripes? I mean, this kind of happens in Stripes.
He uses it on her, and she's on like a oven. I don't know.
Well, in UHF,
yeah, Bill Murray does this in Stripes.
You get all your spatula needs.
Women love spatulas, is all I'm telling you.
We have, can I just say once again, we have scraped the fucking barrel. At this point, I'm looking at lists where we've like fought over shit, and then I have to write the phrase Shannon, manly boner, Tanner, poutine, Lindsay, spatula. We're gonna leave this show going, what am I doing?
One of my favorite things about dark alcohol is that it can make anything funny. So really, we just need to give this episode out with a bottle of whiskey, and everyone's gonna have a good time.
Now I'm changing my list. I'm sitting here going, have I ever owned a rutabaga? Like, that's a good word.
Is that a vegetable?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure John Panette has a very funny bit about that in one of his comedy
No, it's
specials.
arugula.
Arugula. That's what it is.
Arugula is what he
Yeah.
Aaron was screaming it.
He was. All right, Jesse, back to you.
Shit.
We both love John Panette. You're up next.
I do love John Panette.
I miss that man so much.
We all love John Panette.
I miss him.
Okay. So Marvel, trying to compete with like DC's New 52, they had Marvel Now, didn't quite have the same punch to it, so they decided to do yet another like kind of universe reboot back in like 2015, 2016, something in that range. They decided to call this run All New, All Different Marvel.
Yes.
I actually like that. I'm sorry. I really like that title.
It was so silly, and all of the stuff in there was all new, all different. This, all new, all different. That, all new, all different, and it was all over the place. And it was just,
they wanted a long generic name.
Jesse, you probably don't know this, but all new, all different basically was the precursor to DEI, which is the cause of that plane crash in DC.
That's what I heard.
Damn it.
That's what I heard.
Are you gonna go to the site, Shannon? The site of the crash?
Like get in the water? I thought All New, All Different was okay. And I think that's that Cyclops outfit, right? That I was talking about how much I liked, and you were like, but he looks like Hank Hill, and then I hated it.
No, that was pre All New, All Different. Like he had it during that time frame.
Gotcha.
Because it's the one with the X over his face, right?
No. I think it. Somebody on DeviantArt posted this, so I don't know if it's true or not. I'm going to post it in the chat real quick. But this is the all new, all different Cyclops. You tell me if this is accurate. This is the outfit from Marvel Heroes.
It looks cool.
His hair. But the Marvel Heroes version, as Jesse will say, and he's right, the hairline makes him look very much like Hank fucking Hill.
He's a little too much buzzed.
So that costume, for everybody wondering, is from the all new X-Men title, where Cyclops was so fucked, like in what he was doing, like he was basically becoming Magneto, like he's becoming a villain. Yeah. And in order to try to like curb this behavior a little bit, Beast pulls the OG X-Men team from the past to the future to get like original Scott to try to talk some sense into this much
current stock.
Yeah, into current like not so great of a human Scott. And obviously that went very poorly. Because like the whole time Scott was like, well, yeah, look, I was an idealistic kid.
Bad
Do you know how much has happened to us?
Bad move, you blue bitch.
And then that ended up messing up a bunch of the timelines, so he couldn't send the kids back after that failed. And it was a whole thing. And that you find out that Jean Grey's even more powerful than you had originally thought because her powers were being dampened by Xavier the entire time. And
Yeah. But let's get back to Cyclops.
It was a whole weird storyline. I enjoyed All New X-Men though.
Because of Jesse and Hunter just had an aneurysm because Cyclops' magnitude of manlyisms.
What happened?
Just got to him.
Are we up to arugula or spaghetti?
I'm sorry. Do you not like Cyclops? Are you not entertained by Cyclops?
I'm quite entertained by Cyclops. I'm also.
Yeah.
It's 9:47. I haven't played one video game today. All right. Not one single video game.
We're tonight's all new top 4.
Piece of shit.
All new top 4 instead of top 5. Let's go to Shelby.
I mean, we can cut it off at 3.
Let's just keep it going. We just gotta keep going.
I made Cyclops my Facebook photo picture, Jesse.
Hunter, I changed a pic just for you.
You changed. Oh, okay.
Betty Spaghetti.
Yes.
Spaghetti.
Is that a thing? Is that a person?
What is a Betty
Spaghetti?
Doll.
I absolutely loved
yeah.
it. I had every single one of those sets. The first one I got was the one where it was Betty and the horse, Dakota. And it's sad that I still know all of this. But my favorite thing to do was to make nightmarishly haunting abominations by connecting all the body parts, because that's what you could do. Everything was like So the hands were separate little pop on, pop off. Like they had different, like one could hold something, one was just waving.
Right.
But also, like the arm was just a piece of bendable metal with
Plastic,
elastic over the top of it. So you could just pop those suckers into any other thing. And I had like 17 torsos with heads for hands. And like just
the human centipede playset is what we're talking about here.
Pretty much, yeah. It was just hang on. You should Google it because like.
Oh, I'm gonna.
There's just so many of them, but everything about them you could just interchange. It was crazy.
Oh God! Actually, I do think
remade her at some point too. Like she
boy, look, I got to tell you. So, first of all, I didn't know spaghetti was spelled with a Y for the purposes of this doll. This is the image set that I saw. Now, can we talk about the inclusion of the middle choice there, where it went full Five Nights at Freddy's?
That's so just Five Nights at Freddy's.
From an actual, that is from an actual game called, oh shit, what is it?
Why is it? I would believe you if you said it was called oh shit, because that's what I said when I saw it. Why is it coming at me?
Probably
that's Betty going to turn you into spaghetti. You motherfucker. I sent you a pic, by the way, for the next one. Go ahead and tell them what it is.
Oh, she sent it to me. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I think I saw it, actually.
There's Sailor Moon ones.
Yeah, they did so many cool ones, like when they revamped it.
Hunter, are you talking about click here to fuck cat dog?
Well, no, but I'm glad you put it out there. That's the Nickelodeon.
Alright. Am I next?
I think it's Poppy.
This is the most
thing I was thinking of, Hunter.
What's that?
Poppy Playtime is the game that monster is from.
Oh, I do. I believe I see those toys at Walmart all the time.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
My kid was triggered hard.
Because I love Poppy. Poppy did the theme song for me when I was my interest in wrestling, but it ain't that Poppy. It ain't that Poppy.
No, she isn't Poppy. She's a different character. Poppy is like the main doll that everything spawns from. And I cannot think of what her name is.
Horse Time Thursday we've done in a long time.
Well, to save time so Hunter can get to his precious games, I'm going to end mine off at this one.
With you, motherfucker.
Lindsay, this is the last one I'm going to say, and it's actually a product. Lindsay, you know this product very well. It's baby cocks for eyes and legs.
I'm sorry, what?
It's nightmare fuel. Just say no.
It'll give you bone-chilling erections, is what it will do. It's
what are you talking about?
It's baby cocks for eyes and legs.
It's baby cocks for arms and legs.
Yeah. It's
You keep repeating
You're right, because I'm not Googling it. So, you can't just keep saying it.
It's by the same creators of Dongpocalypse.
Dongpocalypse? Sorry.
Poppy, the Octocock.
I'll send the video to the chat. Oh god, I'm never gonna find it. So there's an old video we watched a long time ago at GameStop. This went around GameStop a lot, but it was before Jesse joined in. It was just GameStop when Jesse was still a DB. But there was a video by Mr. called it's like I forget the name of the thing.
It's a big long thing, Emporium and salad bar.
It was the Dildo Depot and salad bar. Yeah, and their top of the line, and one of their top of the line models was called Baby Cocks for Eyes and Legs, and it will give you
bone-chilling nightmares.
It'll give you bone-chilling nightmares. I'm gonna look up Mr. Dildo, and
is this what it feels like to be anyone else when they're around the two of us? Like, probably. Is this what it's like?
Yes.
Joey, you confirmed it so fast. I'm so offended.
But that's my pick. It's it's baby cocks for eyes and legs. Don't Google it. Probably. I'm trying to find the video so I can send it. It's fine. We'll just move on to Tanner.
Eyes and legs.
Yes.
These words.
For the record, I then Googled Mr. Dildo Depot, and I regret that. It's not at all what I thought it was going to be. Damn it. I got to find this video.
What did you think it was going to be?
Are you disappointed?
It's like when I looked up Pussy Galore thinking it was going to be innocent. It was not.
Say it right if you're going to say the phrase.
Pushy.
There it is.
All right, Tanner, go ahead.
Do it correctly.
I was playing Pokemon Go after being gone for a while and not realizing that some new Pokemon had been added. And I remember one popped up, and I went to go catch it. And I looked at the name and thinking, I'm not catching that Pokemon. I can't do it. But I got to complete my Pokedex. Licky Licky.
Yeah.
Fucking Licky Licky.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
And he looks
All the
it too.
Pokemon to get an evolution. Yes, he does. Lickitung was not one. Lickitung was bad enough, but Licky Licky.
God, I
So
can't.
dirty saying it.
I cannot find the Dongpocalypse, and all I get is videos about dildos. It's bothering me.
Don't make me change somebody's name to cannot find the Dongpocalypse.
Well, he's talking about
maybe-
the Dongpocalypse after I talked about Licky Licky.
Licky Licky of the Dongpocalypse. That's a Harry Potter book they never
If
published.
you put the two of them, together, when it's done, you'll need some mountain shouting.
Oh
All right.
no.
All right, Hunter, you're up next. Clean this up. Fix it.
Okay, it's not gonna get better. There's a little stool. Basically, is what it is. You can get for your bathroom. You put it in front of your toilet, and you prop your feet up on it. It helps you use the bathroom a little easier when you're doing the thing, right? You sit properly. It gets the thing going. That's called a squatty potty.
It sure
Yep.
is.
Yep.
That's what that's called.
Yep.
And here's the thing about it. It works. And it's
Yeah.
nice, and I'm glad we have one. But I do not like. I'm like, you need the. We only have the one, and so occasionally be like, I'll put it in the downstairs bathroom, and you gotta get another one because I'm not gonna say it. Do you want me to get the thing? I'm not gonna say the phrase. I'll get the thing and move it if you want me to get the thing and move it. But I'm not gonna call it what it is. I didn't even like saying it just now, and I'm not gonna say it again.
I knew exactly as soon as you
Yep.
started that. I was like,
Yeah. It's a good product. Hate that name.
I'm having a really hard time finding Mr.'s Dildo Depot and 24-hour all-you-can-eat salad bar.
You want to try that again,
Sorry.
Ricky Crow?
Do you
That's-
need a map?
This is bothering me, and now I'm starting to wonder if it existed or if I'm just drunk.
Well, Lindsay knew it the second you started describing it, and Jesse appeared to figure it out at some point. So
I cannot
it's
find the
either a shared
video.
illusion or
Maybe if you put like animation ahead of it.
I'm looking up cartoon. I'm looking up animation. I can't find it. And goddamn, and the problem is, I'll tell you what the problem is because of these goddamn liberals, these fucking limp-wristed fucking DEI hires, this woke mafia that don't want you to know about Mr.'s Dildo Depot and 24-hour all-you-can-eat salad bar. It's ridiculous. They don't want you to know about the Dongpocalypse.
I got to hear a playback on that phrase because not one of those words was properly pronounced.
No,
They were. All right, let's go to Lindsay.
not one. My
They
next
were.
one is I own so many and have owned so many over the years, but scrunchies.
that is a
Just
fun
the little
one.
like fluffy hair ties.
I started wearing
I got
scrunchies
you
there for a
explain
while.
it like because we didn't laugh. That was you guys know, right? What's the
No,
thing?
you guys know what they are.
I do.
I know I'm the boring one in the group. That's fine.
You are not the boring one in the group. You're much better than most of us. Maybe not Tanner. Scrunchies is what the kids call it.
Cyclops.
Yes.
We're going to do the last one because I can't get my dildo depot. We're going to
Okay.
make it 4 this time because we're at an hour and 20. Jesse,
That's
last
fine.
one.
Move along.
Last one.
Last one, okay. They had to change the name of this Wings, etc.
Oh no.
It was one of the wing sauce names, and it was called Miso Spicy.
I remember
Oh.
that
Yeah.
one.
Oh.
I felt so dumb saying that. That's so racist as fuck.
And the bummer is, it's a delicious sauce.
It
It's now
is.
called Asian Kick,
And it's my favorite
and
one.
it's so much better.
Yeah, because that name was so fucking bad. We used to go get that, and I hated saying because Mandy worked there at the time, and we would have to go to like Wings Etc. and they had the miso spicy, right? Or am I misremembering that?
Do what, man? What?
You remember it?
Yeah, Mandy worked at Wings Etc. when they had the miso spicy.
Yeah.
And I would have to order it from Mandy, who's our friend, and say, Mandy, let me get the miso spicy.
And they had
God.
T-shirts that said.
Well,
like,
it wouldn't have
Miso
been-
Of course they
Spicy on
did.
there.
It wouldn't have been so bad if you would have stopped doing the flapping dicky bit every time you ordered in.
And I kept asking Mandy if she knew about the dildo depot, and she was like, "No, stop asking me this."
So that's why you're not allowed back at Wings, etc., or in Mandy's house.
I am praying to God someone out there remembers the Dildo Depot cartoon, and I'm not just losing my fucking mind here.
You're not.
No, it's I you
cannot
showed
find
me
it.
that video before.
I cannot find it. I've tried so hard.
This is our group's version of Candle Cove. Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah, I'm trying, so I can't find it. I give up. I'm tapping out. All right.
You have to go inside.
Oh, it's a good show. All right. Jessica, what's her name? Shelby.
Jessica.
Did you just call my wife Jessica?
I blanked for a moment. I'm not going to lie.
Look, he's had a lot of mountain shouting tonight.
I've been shouting off that mountain so hard. But the good news is my back doesn't hurt.
Well, it does, but you can't feel it.
You can't feel a goddamn thing, Shelby. Go ahead.
Is it my turn?
You had that right, at least.
All right, I'm going to go with... most of us might remember Sky Dancers.
Yes.
But there was a weird side cousin to them that came out. They were called Sky Screamers. They had those whistles in the wings.
Oh,
so
God.
Ripped the cord. Yeah. It made that horrifying screaming, squeaking noise. It was the worst.
I don't remember that at all. I'm going to look that up.
I don't remember those ones.
Oh, no! I found the video. I'm sorry. I posted in the chat. There it is. There it is for everybody. Okay, go ahead, Shelby. Sorry.
So yeah, like they had themes like dragons and other iconically, characteristically boy-themed toys for this one because the Sky Dancers with the girls with the glitter and the long hair and all that crap. But they had these things were just like obnoxiously loud screeching toys for no reason, and then they would just get stuck on the roof, and no one wanted to get it down because who wants to listen to that?
I'm looking it up right now because I remember Sky Dancers, but I don't remember the Screamers.
I think one of those obscure toy videos we watched one time showed them because they were basically like Sky Dancers for boys.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But I don't remember exactly what they're called, but I called them Sky Screamers because that's what they did.
Well, it's about time men got something for once, you know? I don't have anything else to contribute because I've drank too much of this whiskey. So we're going to go right to Tanner.
No. Come here.
I thought she was talking to me at first. I thought she was telling me, no, you're going to go.
No, yeah, you're going to go. It's your turn.
She's
It's your turn.
you on.
It's your turn.
He just, instead of passing the pen from thing to thing, it just needs to be she holds up a cat toy and you like playing like you're trying to get it.
Tanner, go ahead.
So I have
last thing.
I have seen this game before, and on like the labels it says this, and I know on the computer system it says it. But Nintendo DS's Touch Dictionary, because on the labels and the stickers it's Nintendo DS Touch Dick.
Yeah, you touch dick. I remember that. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's legal.
I got a picture here of it too.
On that,
I got nothing, man.
on that same note, Tanner, you might remember there was a game that was going to come out, but then they canceled because they said it was too racist. Hunter, do you know what I'm talking about before you even say it? It was by the developers of LA Noire, and they were like, you cannot name that game.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck was the name of that game? I know exactly what you're talking about. It was about a prostitute who'd been killed or something.
Yes.
It was like a mystery game. Yeah.
I'll say
what
this.
What the fuck was it called?
I'll say this if it helps you out. It was Asian. It was based on like the Asian community.
Oh, man.
Jesse, do you remember?
I'm scared
because
now.
we had to deal with this at GameStop. It was a game by the developers of LA Noire that was going to come out for like Xbox 360 and stuff, but they canceled it because they said the name was too racist and they stopped doing it. Do you remember it?
No.
I'll say it right now, and I'm not going to say it to spare everybody else having to say it. Whore of the Orient.
Whore of the Orient. Yep.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yeah, they canceled that shit so fast.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good idea originally.
Xbox, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Hunter, we're going to go to you real quick. Last one.
I would be remiss if I didn't include this because we do always have this in our house, and there's no faster way to make my wife laugh than to just show her the label. That would be if you go into our spice cabinet amongst the rosemary and sage and all those things. There's also a little jar of dill weed.
Oh,
no. And I shit you not, if she was awake, and I don't think she is, but if I texted her a picture of just the label for dill weed right now from this ear, I would just hear from upstairs. It's that fast. Dill weed is the key.
I love that Sarah just has certain keywords that will just make her break super hard, like dill weed.
Oh, it's phrases. It's dill weed. It's one titty hanging out. That'll do it.
Hanging out.
All right, I really should send
her favorite and least favorite card in Cards Against Humanity.
I actually really send Sarah this list of names that I found, though, because the names I didn't mention, I'm just going to name off in sequence. These are actual names from the census. Gay Pride.
I'd like to remind you, Shannon passed on his turn, but is now going to do this.
I own the network. Lesbo Batman was from the United States Census in 1910.
Wow.
Banker Quick, which is good. Stupid McDaniels. Adolf Trump. I'm a Urethra Mosher. And, of course, lastly, Vagina Widen. All right, Lindsay, last pick. Last thing you want to mention.
We are going to round out the night of things that have stupid names with the Nintendo Wii.
Well, that's unfair. I was drinking. Do you remember the commercial for that? With the two Japanese businessmen? Yeah, we would like to play. And then Jesse, I don't know if you remember, but then they came out with the Wii U, which then confused everybody, and we had to deal with that shit at GameStop all the time.
Shannon, I've got the Wii. I just need the tablet. How do I get just the tablet?
You buy a whole new fucking system, you dongpocalypse.
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 Well, there's the list.
You gotta get that inflection.
This is a terrible list, but I'm okay with it.
Yes.
I give it my thumbs up. Because I Dongpocalypse and Tanner touched dick. That's all I need.
And there was cream between.
Cream between. We're going to end the show on that. We'd like to apologize to all of the groups we've offended tonight, which is most of America. We'll be back next week with all new episodes as we have finally wrapped up James Bond January, and we head into All You Need Is Love February, which Hunter may or may not we might still be doing. I don't know after tonight because I think you hate me now.
I did one falling asleep joke because it was a solid 5 minutes of Marvel X-Men history.
Cyclops.
And apparently now it's... Look, I listen to a lot of Smart Lists, and their running joke is as soon as anybody gets on any topic, somebody gets close to the mic and goes... just comes back.
So, I don't know.
There's the whole bit. I ripped it off.
That r/ movies explained badly, plots explained badly thing that I saw you guys about the other day. If you go into that, the first thing they post in the rules, it says
no Marvel movies, you'll get banned.
Yep. If it's a Marvel movie, you get banned. And I like, God damn. That's harsh.
Well, I'm assuming because like 90% of the submissions they get
Marvel
were that,
films,
and they're just trying to cut it down because it's too easy.
Yeah.
We're doing All You Need Is Love February.
Yes.
We mashed up our love of musicals and our love of love, and it's all happening in February. So we're kicking it off with Moulin Rouge next week. Over the course of the month, we're also covering Little Shop of Horrors, which I'm very excited about because I've still never seen the movie, despite the fact that I've seen the fucking thing on stage. We're doing Sweeney Todd, which I have a feeling Tanner's going to want to have a chat about. I don't know why. I feel like he probably likes that
Blood.
And then we're wrapping the month up. February, at the end of February, we will be covering one of Shannon's all-time favorite movies, the 2004 Phantom of the Opera.
Fucking scared.
He's just Will Ferrell in that fucking clip. Shut the fuck up. I'm so fucking scared right now.
It terrifies me because, famously, Hunter and I have disagreed on films before. I love Gremlins. He wasn't big on it. I liked Ghostbusters 2016. He wasn't big on it. But this is one of the films that means so much to me.
I hated that fucking movie.
If you hate this movie, I might kill myths. Like, I might actually kill myself.
You have to stop saying this. Also, I don't think I'm going to hate this movie. Again, the only one of those things you're talking about that I actively just really, really dislike is 2016.
But at least you disliked it for the right reasons and not for the reasons that most of these fucking incels disliked it. You know what I mean?
Gremlins was fine. It's just not for me.
It was funny. We had fun watching it, and that's what
two
matters.
Especially.
Yes, two. That's what matters. We're going to be doing All You Need Is Love February. I'm very excited about that. Plays. We're back doing Dead World. Yeah.
Dead World.
Deadlands, a horror at Headstone Hill. We're on that. We'll be on episode 3 next week, so you can catch up at the website. You can watch us on Facebook. We play live on Monday nights, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Tune in, and you can actually see the game in action as it's going on.
And it's a lot of fun because we got Kaz on there, we got Lindsay on there, we got Steven on there, and that's a good group. We have a lot of fun doing it. And of course,
you said it like for marble columns. Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one.
You need marble column, and then we'll be back next week with an all new After Dark.
Well, you just said marble cum. I know you heard it.
I'm saying a lot of things right now, so I can't be.
Now, I will say,
responsible for
next
all of it.
Thursday, you're on your own. Because I have inventory.
We're calling next week's episode Lindsay-less because Lindsay has inventory. We're gonna have to come up with our own top 5 list that nobody can do. So I'll think of something fun. It'll be top 5 spasms you've had in your life.
No,
I've got it
I'm
ready.
pretty sure this show is its own spasm. A brain spasm.
But people love it.
Top 5 ways to enjoy rice.
What?
What kind of white ass stuff? What?
It's a Brooklyn Nine-Nine bit.
Top 5.
Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one.
I can't do it. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. Shelby, oh god damn it! She's not even
been
there.
gone, man. Yeah, she was
her
prepared.
Aladdin blanket on her chair today.
All right, well it falls to the lesser Kimball. Jesse, take us out.
Yeah, that's fair. Bye, everybody.
He's so sad.
I heard Luster Kimball.
Yes,
I'm not the only one, right?
He's the lustiest Kimball with that voice.
Oh, you freaking
Oh,
damn it!
moron.
I hit the
You
wrong
just got
fucking
beat.
button.